bro. Let us out the car, bro.
I'm not, bro. I'm not gonna see our baby
again. Car, bro. You're never gonna see our baby? Are you fucking serious? You're trying to fucking kill us. What are you talking about?
I'm not gonna kill y'all, bro.
Bro, just let us out the car.
Bro, this is sheriffs. They gonna kill me for some shit that I did.
Bro, if you pull over and put your
they gonna kill me, cuz.
Yeah, you gotta pull over and put your hands up, bro. My fucking baby's in the car, bro. Bro, just pull over and put your hands up, bro. My baby is in the car, Dayon. Bro, my baby is in here, bro. Bro, Dayon, just pull over.
I understand.
Let us out, bro.
Fuck, cuz these bitch ass snooping niggas, cuz.
Bro, just let us out, bro. Let us out.
Bro, I'm not even supposed to be in this shit right now.
Bro, let us out, Dayon. Dayon, let us out, bro.
It's over with.
Dayon, let us the fuck.
We'll see here. We'll have a really clear view here in a second. That appears to be a small infant in his arms. It's a woman. Is it a woman or a man? I can't tell. It's a male. Well, either way, the suspect is stepping out of the vehicle from showing both hands. Now we have. There is somebody in the back seat. There is somebody in the back seat. The passenger has now opened up the driver's side door in the back seat. You just can't believe that person has just led the LA County Sheriff's Department on a wild and dangerous pursuit in the middle of rush hour with a baby in that vehicle and other people inside of that car. This is just incredible, and hopefully he cooperates from here on out. This is just incredible.
Yeah, these are surprises. We're often surprised on what gets out of these vehicles at the end of pursuit, and it goes to show you never know. And that's why they always have to handle it where they have to be prepared for any possibility. This is one of those pursuits where the unexpected is happening from one moment to the next.
That's right. Right. I mean, look at this. This is giving me so much agita, guys. They cannot see his hands. Is he reaching for a baby or is he reaching for a gun?
It looks like he was hugging the person in the hugging the person in the back seat.
No idea.
It puts them in such a precarious situation.
This is the worst. This is the worst situation I can imagine in this scenario.
Oh my goodness.
They are pretty much handcuffed on how they could approach this. If it does suddenly turn violent, they have a really almost impossible situation to deal with, knowing that there is an infant child that is in harm's way.
Here comes the person in the back seat with the baby.
Here comes a woman out of the back seat with child. Driver stepping out of the vehicle, and now, this is not what they want to see here. This is not what they want to see.
Well,
This is very intense moment with a lot of real life emotions and drama playing out here. But now you can see the woman coming toward those officers with child. Whether she was a willing participant or not, they will figure it out very quickly. They're going to take custody of the child temporarily because obviously somebody's being charged with child endangerment. But finally, it is up to the suspect to just give up peacefully at this point, now that the baby is out of the picture. But this is about as tense as it gets, guys.
Well, thank goodness he's complying now with the orders, at least with both hands up and backing up.
That was stressful to watch. And keep in mind that the car is not clear. We don't know what else is in that car. And
that's right.
We've been surprised before, and that's why they're going to handle it as well. We'll try to take care of this suspect, and then they'll check the vehicle. But this is going in the right direction, Chris.
There is so much training that comes into
President Joe Biden wanted to be here today. He is feeling much better and recovering fast, and he looks forward to getting back on the road. And I wanted to say a few words about our president. Joe Biden's legacy of accomplishment over the past 3 years is unmatched in modern history. In one term, he has already, yes, you may clap. In one term, he has already surpassed the legacy of most presidents who have served 2 terms.
Huh?
Imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been, you know? What can be unburdened by what has been. 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 What we can see, what we believe can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. Who we can be unburdened by who we have been. What can be unburdened by what has been. Where we can be unburdened by where we have been and unburdened by where we are right now. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What could be unburdened by what had been. What can be unburdened by what has 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 been. Unburdened by what has been, believing in what can be. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Testing. Can you put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me? Lock it. If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. Please, Baba Kashad. Okay, there we go. All right. What's on my hand? Tuesday night brotherhood class, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that off for a second. All right, we back again. All right, man. 2 topics I want to go through right now. You know what I'm saying? I want to say shalom, Yahweh, Shem, Yahshua, Barak the thumb to the brothers. Shalom, Salakia. Shalom, Salakia. Did I forget the woman's chat? Shalom, Yahweh, the thumb, Shem, Yahshua. But Salakia for that. But 2 topics. I just want to get off on that the whole thing with the Kamala Harris thing, and then we'll get on today's topic. So Kamala Harris, she's going for president now. Joe Biden has exited the battle, and he will no longer run for president for 2025. So now you can see the antics. Now you can see the lies and the deceit happening, and you can also see the first victims that they are aiming towards for political gain is the black woman. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first who's under attack. You know what I mean? They are going in trying to make it seem as if Kamala Harris is for the black woman community, for the woman community in general. You know what I mean? And she is just all for women empowerment and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? First, you've seen the antics. You've seen what she's up to. See the lies that she's already doing in her speech. The clip we just played, you know what I mean, her first speech ever running for president, and she's already lying about Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? So both hands on politics. The red or the blue is not for so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's first off. You know what I mean? We're not choosing a side over here. We just exposing the ignorance that comes with them trying to persuade our people. You know what I mean? That's the main key factor of why I show these clips, why we push these narratives out. You know what I mean? Because we see that they just treat us like we're just unintelligent, like we're just the scum of the earth. Easy to persuade, heavily emotional so that, you know what I mean, we could be manipulated easily. You know what I mean? We gotta put our intelligence first, not make our emotions the first reaction, but make our intelligence first. You know what I mean? Think before you speak. Be patient and listen. You know what I mean? And don't react just because of how you feel. Because when you react on your feelings, you make us all look bad. You make us all look like just easily manipulative people. You know what I'm saying? Which is what we shouldn't be. Out of all the oppression that we have dealt with in this country, we should be the most pickiest people that want somebody to come and sit in the seat that may have control whether what happens into our communities. We should be the pickiest ones because we're the ones who have to deal with the outcome of it. You know what I mean? We're the ones that have to deal with the police brutality. We're the ones who have to deal with the high cost of everything. You know what I mean? So we should be the pickiest out of it. We have to deal with the low wages of slaves that are out there that we have to, you know what I mean, put 8 to 12 hours a day into, you know what I mean? Sometimes 16. So we should be the most pickiest. And yet we're the ones that are most vulnerable. We're the ones that are the most gullible. And we actually are the ones that are the easiest to persuade because we don't have to be offered anything. All we have to do is just be acknowledged and they can take advantage of us. You know what I'm saying? We got to get out of that. That's dealing with your emotions. You got to be out of that. Okay. So just showing that clip. I mean, I think I had another clip of Kamala. Let me see real quick. I don't want to OD on it, but did I even play that clip? Yeah, I did. Okay, so yeah, I don't want to OD on that. You know what I mean? We talk about the whole political field, but it's always good to, you know what I mean, be reminded. It's always good to be updated, you know what I mean? Because you never know who's watching. You never know who's, you know what I mean, paying attention to our lives, to our classes. So, you know what I mean? If we can reach out to one person, you know what I mean? Hopefully we can reach out to 100. Hopefully we can reach out to 1,000. You know what I mean? But common sense is not common, and common sense is, you know what I mean, probably the best thing to spread around for our people at this time period, especially when you see all these antics and all these different things that people are using to try to make it get our interest and get our participation. Okay. So other than that, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get on today's topic, which is waiting for the Lord's judgment. Okay. Now I played a clip first. That was when they first started the class. I'm going to play it again just so people can see. But there was a situation where a brother who is obviously, you know what I mean, participating in gang activities, you know what I'm saying, from Rolling Crip, is in a car with his, you know what I mean, his rib and his baby, his newborn baby. So he's on the run from the police. Police are chasing him. You know what I mean, the helicopters are on him. He's on the run. He's running away while his baby is in the car on a high-speed chase. And anytime he could crash the vehicle, his family's life is on the line, but he's so afraid and so destined to get away that he's just putting everybody's lives out on the line in order to be able to, you know what I mean, not receive judgment. Okay. So falling into today's topic, you know what I mean, when you see this brother's face, when you see his facial expressions, he's afraid. He's scared. He doesn't want to face the judgment that is coming to him. You know what I mean? And he's willing to do anything in order to get out of that judgment. That's what we need to take in from this clip. You know what I'm saying? Take in from that clip. But let's watch it right now, and then we can switch up and talk about this. Let me add this on.
Pull over, bro. Let us out the car, bro.
I'm not, bro. I'm not gonna see our baby.
Let us out the fucking car, bro. You're never gonna see our baby? Are you fucking serious? You're trying to fucking kill us. What are you talking about?
I'm not gonna kill y'all, I promise.
Bro, just let us out the car.
Bro, this is sheriffs. They gonna kill me for some shit that I did.
Bro, If you pull over and put your
They gonna kill me, cuz.
Dayan, you gotta pull over and put your hands up, bro. My fucking baby's in the car, bro. Bro, just pull over and put your hands up, bro. My baby is in the car, Dayan. Bro, my baby is in here, bro. Bro, Dayan, just pull over.
I
Let us
understand.
out, bro.
Fuck, cuz these bitch ass snooping niggas, cuz.
Bro, just let us out, bro. Let us out.
Oh, I'm not even supposed to be in this shit right now.
Bro, let us out, Dayan. Dayan, let us out, bro.
It's over with.
Dayan, let us the fuck.
We'll see here. We'll have a really clear view here in a second. That appears to be a small infant in his arms. It's a woman. Is it a woman or a man? I can't tell. It's a male. Well, either way, the suspect is stepping out of the vehicle from showing both hands. Now we have. There is somebody in the back seat. There is somebody in the back seat.
Yeah.
The passenger has now opened up the driver's side door in the back seat. You just can't believe that that person has just led the LA County Sheriff's Department on a wild and dangerous pursuit in the middle of rush hour with a baby in that vehicle and other people inside of that car. This is just incredible, and hopefully he cooperates from here on out. This is just incredible.
Yeah, these are surprises. We're often surprised on what gets out of these vehicles at the end of pursuit, and it goes to show you never know. And that's why they always have to handle it where they have to be prepared for any possibility. This is one of those pursuits where the unexpected is happening from one moment to the next.
That's right.
Right? I mean, look at this. This is giving me so much agita, guys. They cannot see his hands. Is he reaching for a baby or is he reaching for a gun?
It looks like he was hugging the person in the hugging the person in the
They
back
have no
seat.
idea.
It puts them in such a precarious situation.
This is the worst. This is the worst situation I can imagine in this scenario.
Oh my goodness.
They are pretty much handcuffed on how they can approach this. If it does suddenly turn violent, they have a really almost impossible situation to deal with, knowing that there is an infant child that is in harm's
Oh,
way.
here comes the person in the back seat
Yeah.
with the baby.
Here comes a woman out of the back seat with child. Driver stepping out of the vehicle, and now, this is not what they. This is not what they want to see here. This is not what they want to see.
Well, it sounds like
This is a very intense moment with a lot of real life emotions.
Okay, I'll stop right there. But so on that situation, you know what I mean? You got a brother who's, you know what I mean, probably well off into the gangbanging life, well off into a life of destruction. And then once Judgment hits his front door, you know what I mean, he's so terrified with what the judgment could be, not knowing whether if he's going to lose his life, lose his freedom, that he's even willing to put his own baby at risk, put his own baby in front of him as a shield, you know what I mean, to protect him from the judgment that he could possibly receive. You know what I mean? That is so cowardice. You know what I'm saying? It's cowardice, and not just that. We got to understand, we have to stop trying to wait until judgment comes in order to do the right thing. You know what I mean? Like, if you see in this clip, this brother, like, you know what I mean? He's so messed up on the situation. He even says it's the Hoover's fault. You know what I'm saying? It's the Hoover's fault of why he's going through that situation he's going through, or why there's possibly a pistol in the vehicle, which it was. You know what I mean? But he's blaming it on the rival gang. No, it's his fault. He chose the lifestyle that he chose, and he's not willing to deal with the consequences that comes with it. And that's one thing. That's a thing that our brothers and sisters have to figure this thing out. Look on that man's face. Look at the fear in his face. Look at the trauma in his face. Don't wait until it's too late to you have to deal with that emotion, deal with that reaction in order to get right and do right. You know what I mean? Israel has that big issue of wanting to disobey the Lord, disobey God, and continue to keep on disobeying until it's time for judgment. Then you don't want to face the judgment. You know what I mean? In all fairness, that's wrong, because at the end of the day, your first mindset is, oh, it's God's fault, it's God's fault, it's God's fault. No, it's your fault. You had a chance to make things right and you chose to do the complete opposite. You can't blame God for your mishaps. You can't blame God for the things that's happening in your life. You got to blame yourselves. We got to blame ourselves as a nation. God gave us the law, statutes, and commandments, and look how much of us follow those law, statutes, and commandments. Look how much of us even know that it's demanding to follow those laws, statutes, and commandments. We are so gone when it comes to our culture, when it comes to our instructions, that we don't even know that God instructed us specifically to do certain things, and we don't even know what they are. We don't know what they are. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big thing. And then when we do know what they are, when we do know that what we're supposed to do, we still have an issue with following what we're supposed to do. But then when judgment comes, that's all of a sudden when that time in your life flies before your eyes, and now you thinking about the things that you could have did instead of the things that you were doing. You start to think about the things that could have been instead of thinking about, you know what I mean? All right, well, kind of caught this on myself. Now I got to just deal with the consequences. You know what I mean? That's detrimental for our people. You know what I'm saying? It's real detrimental for our people. We should be in full form of accepting what comes to us. Don't live a life as a gangbanger, a stick-up kid, a thief, you know what I mean? Anything, and not be willing to accept the consequences that come with it. You know what I mean? If you a good seed bears good fruit. You know what I'm saying? But if you bearing bad seeds, you bearing bad fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just simple and plain. So your lifestyle, you weren't thinking about your rib, or you weren't thinking about your baby at that time period where you were out, you know what I mean, flexing and banging and stuff like that. I seen the brother's Instagram, and I just seen, like, I mean, his baby and his rib weren't even posted on there. There were no acknowledgement. It was just banging and dissing the other set. But now look at, I mean, look at the face, look at the reaction. So much so to the point where you put your own child at risk just to spare yourself. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing that we need to understand. We cannot continue to keep on trying to wait until it's too late. We got to start taking life serious and doing the right things now. We have to start understanding the time period that's going on right now, and we have to start like practicing good things, righteous things. You know what I mean? You have to practice those things. And we can't wait till it's too late. We can't wait until now it's a time period where we won't see our family anymore, and now we want to dwell on the things that we could have did. No, just do it now. Don't think that doing a wicked thing is going to last for you. There's always an expiration date when it comes to living a wicked lifestyle, and don't feel like doing the right thing is there's no righteous thing that comes out of it. You know what I mean? Like there's no reward that comes out of it. I mean, living a righteous life, you're going to receive just that life. You're not going to have to live your life behind bars or live your life 6 feet in a grave because you were doing the wrong things. I mean, you were dabbling in things that you thought were fun, and now all of a sudden it's no fun. It's not fun no more once judgment comes. You know what I mean? So let's stop waiting on judgment, and let's actually put our foot forward into doing the right things. You know what I mean? Doing the right things is understanding that the law is detrimental in our lifestyles, because if we can avoid these things. This brother knew that it was wrong to harm your brother. He probably would have chose not to, you know what I mean, bang a set. If he knew that it was wrong to sell drugs to your people, it was wrong to, you know what I mean, to probably drugs, whatever was in tune with this brother's lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? If he knew that it was the right thing to do if there was a law and the law was supposed to be followed. Because if you follow the law, you're not doing none of those things. You know what I'm saying? So now we go to a situation where it's like, okay, now I'm just going to live a life and just see how far it gets me. And, you know what I mean? YOLO. That's the worst thing ever, because that judgment, you can see it plain and simple on that man's face. And that judgment goes for all of us. You know what I mean? With a wicked lifestyle comes wicked judgment. You know what I mean? And you can't be upset when wicked things come your way. You can't blame the Lord when wicked things come your way. You can't sit over here and act like it's like, oh, why is this happening? You know why it's happening. You chose to live a wicked lifestyle. Now you have to deal with wicked things. Okay? So I'm going to play a clip real quick. Seen a brother was speaking mad reckless about Christ and God. And I wanted to answer his question. So let me find it real quick. If I upload it. Okay, well, it wasn't uploaded, but I'll upload it later. Oh no, here it is.
No. Let me get it off my chest. How come the fuck when Jesus came the first time to the Jewish people, he came bearing free health care and fish sandwiches? Every time he did with your people, though, he whooping their ass. Again, why the fuck does God not like African American people? Every time, you can't tell me that, oh, he our parent, so he just be whooping. He'll never bring us no motherfucking cookies. How come Jesus don't never bring us a snack pack? How the fuck come it's like that? Y'all keep avoiding the motherfucking point. Why the fuck every time God got something to say to us, it's negative? He patted us on the back for all the good shit we did. The fact that we got doctors, lawyers, presidents, CEOs of companies, he never came and gave us a motherfucking cookie. But he always got time to beat on your ass. How come the fuck is like that? How come Jesus don't?
Okay, getting into that clip, right? So the brother is obviously passionate about why is the Lord, so quick to judge in a negative manner and not a positive manner. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's kind of like comparing like the days of old to the days of right now, like black people just getting the brakes beat off of them and just getting the worst of the worst right now. But the thing about it is, what he doesn't understand is that Israel had their chances of following the ways that they're supposed to follow, and we chose not to. You know what I mean? Now we can't be mad at the judgment that comes afterwards or how long it takes for us to be able to make things right. You can't be upset with that right now. All you can do is just accept the fact that we did wrong and now punishment is at our front door. I'm going to read the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. All right. And it says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." This is a warning. This is what the Lord is warning us that is going to happen to us if we don't follow his statutes and commandments. Point blank, period. You know what I mean? And what do? Break them. This is why we say the Bible is a historical book, because this man obviously has a ignorance of why black people have to suffer the way they suffer today. First of all, we're under the authority of an oppressor who hates us. Why are we under that authority? You know what I mean? Because the Bible promises, you know what I mean? He's talking about, oh, why don't we get a cookie? Why don't we get a cookie? The Bible promises a kingdom. You know what I mean? Screw a cookie. We're supposed to have a kingdom. The reason why we don't have our kingdom is because of disobedience. So forget about a cookie. We should have a kingdom. You know what I'm saying? So he's questioning Why we can't have a cookie? Why we can't have a cookie when we do something right? You know what I mean? The Lord is not a respecter of person. Us as a nation have sinned. Us as a nation have turned against God, and we played the harlot. You know what I mean? And that's all there is to it. We as a collective did that on numerous amounts of times. Even when we were rescued out of captivity for being disobedient, we still, you know what I mean? And we seen miracles happen. We seen seas split. We seen fire fall from the sky. We seen just things that this world has never seen before. And we witnessed those things happen on the benefit of our freedom. And we still sinned within that same era. You know what I mean? The same people who witnessed all of these miracles happening were the same ones who sinned against God immediately. You know what I mean? And chose Egypt over the Lord. So we can't sit over here and be hooting and hollering, wondering why is judgment happening to us right now? Why judgment is happening to us right now? Why did we put ourselves in position to be judged? And when are we going to change this stubborn way so that we can serve God in the right way and receive the cookie he was talking about? You know what I mean? Receive that kingdom. When are we going to change? Why are we always putting ourselves in position where judgment is at our front door? You know what I mean? Even in the end time, even when Christ returns, it's still going to be people who have to be judged. 1/3. You know what I'm saying? It's still people that have to be judged because of ignorance, because of disobedience, because of stubbornness, because of being stiff-necked. It's still the ones that have to be judged. We don't want it to happen. We pray for mercy for our people. You know what I mean? We pray that all Israel be saved. But at the end of the day, we know our people are so locked in with our oppressors. They're so in tune with Egypt that they, even within seeing miracles happen, they'll still turn to our oppressor. They'll still feel a comfort, you know what I mean, in this place. And they're not going to want to see this place destroyed. And if they seen it being destroyed, they're going to be like Lot's wife. They're going to turn and try to and turn back to the world instead of looking forward to what they should be doing. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. That's just how our people are. But at the end of the day, we put out this message so it doesn't have to be like that. We put out this message so they don't have to get that judgment in return. You know what I mean? But the Lord's not going to accept certain characteristics, certain lifestyles in the kingdom. So if you're capable of bringing those things, then you got to burn in a furnace. You know what I mean? Not saying you're going to die and go to hell and be in a furnace in hell. I'm saying you're going to be on earth, and as you see these bombs falling, as you see Christ coming with the sword, you are going to have to burn in this place with the people who hate you. And they've done everything in their power to show that they hate you. When have they stopped showing us that they hate us? To this day, they're still unaliving us for no reason. For no reason at all. We just had a sister who was unalived by the police and she had a mental issue. You know what I'm saying? And she was unalived by the police, shot in the head not because she was a threat, because she was Black. She was a woman. She wasn't a threat. I've seen cops dismantle people who, Caucasian people with actual weapons, firearms on them, and give them a chance to put their weapons down and just be disarmed. This woman had a pot of boiling water, and when they pulled their weapons out, she put it down. She put it down. And then she showed fear and got on the floor, but still received a face shot. How does that happen? How is that possible? I'll show you right now. Now, we did put viewer discretion advised on here, so I mean, this is definitely not, I mean, it's lucky for all the cuss words and stuff for these clips. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean, it's definitely a topic that needs to be talked about. So here's the clip of the situation that happened.
Paperwork.
What paperwork?
I got some paperwork.
Well, just get your ID.
Well, let's get your ID first, and then.
One task at a time here.
Okay. Let me
Here, grab your ID for me.
Okay.
Your ID. One task at a time. So let's do an ID, and then you can dig around for your paperwork.
I don't know where my ID is.
You
Is that in that stack right there, maybe?
1 second.
check on her.
Let me get this.
We don't need a fire while we're here.
All right. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Where you going?
Huh?
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
I rebuke you in the name of
You
Jesus.
better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you right in your fucking face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the fucking pot! Drop the fucking pot! Drop the fucking pot!
Shots fired.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Drop the fucking pot! Bring EMS now. We got a headshot wound to the female. Headshot wound to the female. 1078. Fuck.
I was on. I'm gonna go get my kit.
No, you headshot, bitch. You're done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot.
He grabs the silver pot with red and white cooking mittens. The pot. Her hands are in the air.
Yeah, most high in Christ. That is a fact. You know what I'm saying? They did it because they know we'll get away with it. All they have to say is that they felt threatened. Well, he was arrested. I mean, it was blatantly obvious. Cameras were on. That last little shot, you can see that the woman didn't even have the pot of water in her hand. You know what I mean? She didn't even have the pot. She put the pot down, still had the mittens in her hands, and got on her knees. You know what I mean? How much of a threat is she at that point? And yet she was still unalived. Why is that? You know what I mean? Specifically, if you know how to read out the letters that the sister put in the chat, you know what I'm saying, then you understand exactly why that happened. You know what I mean? They have absolutely no love for us. No steal button. And the sister's right. He did it because he felt like he was going to get away with it. You know what I mean? He felt like, you know what I mean, we do this all the time. This is not a nation that is good on suing or good on getting justice for these particular situations. You know what I mean? They're not good on that. So these things are all starting up already as it is. You know what I mean? They have a perpetual hatred. That perpetual hatred came out of that man. He just could not unalive her. He just couldn't do it. He had to unalive her. They were in there finding any reason. You know what I mean? Any reason. And then he looked at it like, dang, I really just did that. He didn't even realize the hatred he had. He snapped out of that rage after he pulled that trigger. He just like, dang, yeah, she's gone. Yeah, that was a headshot. She's gone. He didn't even understand how much he hated that one. He didn't get it. Not until after he unalived her. You know what I mean? But it is hate. And they've hated us since we were in the womb. You know what I mean? Since they were in the womb. You know what I mean? It's a perpetual hatred. It snapped right out of it. Yep, snapped right out of it. Like, he was just like, wow, I really just unalived this person. You know what I mean? Like, how am I gonna clean this up? That was his second thought. How we gonna clean this up? You know what I mean? That was his partner's thought. I'm gonna go get the kid. You know what I mean? It had nothing to do. You would have thought his partner would have aimed his weapon at the officer, like, put your hands up. You know what I mean? Put your hands behind your back. Obviously, he just witnessed a M-word. He just witnessed the M-word. That lady had no pot in her hand. She had no signs of, she made that threat, yeah? And that threat struck a nerve within that officer. You know what I mean? She made a threat, like, why are you stepping back? When she went to go get the pot. And they just like, well, shoot, I'm stepping back because I don't want you to throw that hot water on me. And then she started going through her mental stage and started, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. They took that as a threat. And not just as a threat, like, who are you to be talking to me like that? Do you even know what you are? Do you know who you are? You are the scum of the earth. Have you not seen your skin tone? Have you not seen your lifestyle? Have you not seen your home? I'm better than you. I can do this to you. Watch this. And that's exactly what he did. They were appalled when they heard her make that threat. Like, who, you making a threat? You know, you a black woman. You are unprotected. There is no one in this house that can save you. You know what I'm saying? And then speaking of that as well, you see that there's no podcast speaking about this situation. There's no outrage in the black female community in this situation. Why? Is because the ones that they expect to protect them, when they kick their man out the house, when they want to keep their man away from their child, you know what I mean? When they want to put their man on child support, these are the men who protect them. So they don't want to put an outlash on them. You know what I mean? They don't want to speak too negatively on the man that's supposed to be protecting them, on the man that's supposed to put them in position to destroy their child's father or their ex-husband or ex-boyfriend. They don't want to put too much pressure on them so that they turn against them. No, they want to just keep their mouth shut. But a unarmed black woman was unalived for no reason, because of pure hatred, because of pure just wickedness. You know what I'm saying? But this is the people that we turn to. This is the ones that we have to receive judgment with when Christ comes back. Why not just love your people? Why not just love your people and live like you love your people? Why not just do that? Why not just change your ways? So we don't have to have these people so-called governing over us. I can't even say so-called. So that we don't have these people governing over us. Why not change our ways now and choose who our king should be, instead of trying to pick between the two lesser evils, between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump? You know what I mean? Why not choose the Lord? Why not just choose the Lord? Why not just try something new? Just try to live righteously. Just try to look at your brother as he's going through the same situation as you. Try to find peace between you and the person that you call your op. You know what I'm saying? I seen a clip as well. Matter of fact, I'm gonna share that. Where brother was talking about finding peace with the opposition, and his partner from his hood is telling him, like, ain't no peace. There ain't gonna be no peace. You know what I'm saying? Peep this right here.
At them though. I'm not pushing no peace, but I'm gonna help the community. Nigga, you saw KI laying in front of you dead. Maybe you called my phone before you went to the hospital. I'm not pushing no peace, but I'm gonna help the community. Nigga, you saw KI. I'm not pushing no peace, but I'm gonna help the community. Nigga, you saw KI laying in front of you dead. Maybe you called my phone before you went to the hospital. Yeah. Remember we supposed to meet Tuga, and then Tuga got killed? Nigga, you remember we was walking to the train, and nigga, we thought we saw somebody in the alley the whole time. There was Tutu laying dead there. Yeah, that was me, you, number 9. Booger. I'm not pushing no motherfucking people, man. But, bro. It's still busting out there. What about them though? They took their losses too,
Them niggas, fuck. What
Yeah, they took a lot of losses, but I ain't gonna lie for that. That's like the back
when
door.
we did that 3, when we took that 3,
Okay.
bitch, they had 6 funerals back to back. Oh, crack rap.
Come on, man. You know that.
Back to back.
You remember, nigga? You remember who was
anybody.
Hey, you remember?
But we pushing peace now.
You remember?
So if we can do it,
hey, listen.
Look at the bigger picture.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen, man.
I'm listening, bro.
I'm not pushing no.
About them though.
Okay, so this brother's right here. He's talking about, you know what I mean, ending the wars, ending the beefs that they have with the so-called ops. You know what I mean? And he got his partner talking about, nah. And he's telling them why. He's bringing up all of their unalived fellow members. You know what I mean? And the experiences that they had to experience watching them be unalived or watching them on the street lifeless. You know what I'm saying? So not saying that his reasons of why he's upset is not valid, but just like the brother said at the end of the clip, he said, we trying to look at the bigger picture, because just like we lost people, they lost people too. But there's a bigger picture to it. That bigger picture is that we got to stop doing what our oppressors want us to do. We have to stop looking at each other the way our oppressors watch us. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop treating each other the way our oppressors treat us. We just seen that clip of the sister being unalive for no reason. You know what I mean? Over a pot of boiling hot water that she wasn't even holding. But she lost her life off of pure senselessness and for nothing. Now, what was the reason for that? Is because of Esau's hatred for us. Now we are unaliving each other because of the things that's happened to us, the people we've lost, the politics and the things that come with that. Now there's a bigger picture to the situation. You know what I mean? It's all programmed for you to feel that way. It's all programmed for you to have that trauma. It's programmed for people to lose their lives. Why? Because our oppressors want that. They don't want to have to be the only ones out there pulling the trigger. They want us to pull the trigger more than they pulling the trigger on ourselves. As long as we stay out of their neighborhoods, as long as we stay out of their business and keep on involving ourselves in the wickedness, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know what I mean? There's nothing to worry about. So this brother's saying we got to look at the bigger picture. He's felt the same trauma and the same pain as well. You can see it in his face. You know what I'm saying? You can hear it in his voice. But he's talking about pushing peace because, you know what I mean, there's a bigger picture to the situation. Now, that's what the bigger picture is. Because at the end of the day, once you take a brother's life, here comes the Lord's judgment. Now you got to lose yours. You know what I mean? And the cycle continues. And the cycle keeps on continuing. You know what I mean? Why not break that cycle? Why not push the past behind you and do something that the people who are no longer alive would want you to do, which is to live. Don't crash out. You know what I mean? Don't become a product of your environment. Don't become a tool from your oppressor. You know what I mean? Think of the bigger picture. And then we can focus on who is the actual enemy. Because the thing that I see is a brother trying to push peace, and the thing that I just recently seen just now on the clip before that is an oppressor unaliving a sister. You know what I'm saying? Our families are not safe. Our women are not safe. You know what I mean? Remember Amalek attacking from the rear, attacking the children and the women and the elderly first, before coming after the soldiers. You know what I'm saying? Attacking from the rear first, attacking the weak ones first. We have to be here to protect our people, but we can't do that if we're living in a mentality where our people are the ops. So like it, sir, but them cops be doing that too much. They lie in your face and plot and you to lock you up. They shoot our people like it's a sport. They are inhuman, and our people need to wake up for sure. And this is a real good subject when it comes to that, sis. Watch this. Keep this. The cops are going to get tired of taking the fall because there's a bigger thing. There's a bigger plot that comes with this whole situation. The cops are just doing what they're ordered to do. They're not hiring people who are capable of doing the right thing. They're hiring the ones who are going to stick to the protocol, going to stick to the structure of what's supposed to go on. Keep black people on the bottom, keep them in shackles, keep them in prison, keep blacks, Hispanics on the lower end, and keep our people on top. When you travel this nation, you see that majority of cop vehicles are in the ghettos, in the poverty areas. You know what I mean? And they're locking us up. They're stuffing the prisons with our nations. You know what I mean? That is what they're going to get tired of taking the fall because they're ordered to do that. They're going to expose who is pushing them out there. If they got to continue to keep on going to prison for life and losing their jobs or being on suspension with no pay, they're going to start putting out who's the one that's actually the one giving them the orders to do what they're doing to us. You know what I mean? Yes, they're doing what they're doing because they get away with it. They can do it. They can pull a trigger on our people and still just get, you know what I mean, get about 10 years. Get about get fired and have to move to a different district and work there. You know what I mean? Get transferred to different districts. You know what I mean? They hunt our steps. They hunt our steps. This is all documented in the Bible. You know what I mean? And that woman was in danger as soon as she picked up the phone and called the enemy to her home. She thought that she was calling for protection, but she really just put a hit out on her own self. You know what I mean? So we as a nation need to protect ourselves. We can't expect for our oppressors to protect us. You know what I'm saying? We can't expect that. We can't try to look at them as they're the source of going to be the ones who help us out when we need help. They can't even help themselves. They are so brutal as a people that they will unalive themselves if they couldn't get to us. You know what I mean? That's like Sister said, they do it for sport. If they can't accomplish that sport, they'll just like General Muhammad said, they'll eat a bullet. They'll unalive themselves because they just have to do it. It's in their nature. You know what I mean? Look at this clip right here. Look at the people that we are expecting to help us out. Peep this clip right here.
And shot all my grandkids, and I'll be sitting on my step, and then when you get here, I'm going to shoot myself.
What is the address that you're at, sir?
2550 Northwest, 25 Paris, Don Spears. Every one of them are dead.
You said your name is Don Spirit?
Yep.
All right, Don, what kind of gun do you have?
It doesn't matter what kind of gun I got. They're all dead, and then when you get here, I'll shoot myself, and then you figure out what kind of gun it is.
How long did this happen, Don?
I don't want to hear it, man. I'm done with every fucking thing. Just bring the motherfuckers out here, that's all. You got all the kids are dead in the house.
Okay, how many people?
6 kids, 1 adult.
6 kids and 1 adult?
Yeah. One of them is a baby.
All right, Don. Is there any way you can stay on the phone with me till I get somebody there to help you?
What's that?
Can I have you stay on the phone with me?
No, not that. I'm waiting for them to get here. When they get here, I'm going to shoot myself on my back step. All I'm doing is waiting for them.
So you're sitting on your back steps?
Yep.
So there it is. Like I said, you know what I mean? This man killed Salaki. This man unalived his whole family, his grandchildren, you know what I mean, his daughter, you know what I mean, 6 people. and a baby. You know what I mean? It's disgusting. But that's who we're dealing with. That's the nature of the ones we're dealing with. That's who we confide to. That's who we expect to run our country and all this American spirit and stuff like that. This is what you're going to deal with. This is the nature of the person you're going to deal with. You know what I mean? And to make it seem as if it's just all love for everybody and that they have no hate for us and God has no hate for them, like God loves everybody. They don't even love you for you to even give that perspective. That hate has never changed since we've been in contact with each other. You think that it's going to change now? I mean, this is not spreading hate. This is spreading awareness for our people to stop trying to jump into the bosom of a wolf. You know what I mean? Of a predator. You trying to find comfort in the arms of a predator? You know what I mean? They have no love for us at all. Absolutely no respect and no love. We got another clip. Keep these clips going all day.
Little nigger.
Hey, are they allowed to let these little nigglets make threats? The nigglets are making threats. Can you arrest the nigglets? Please arrest the nigglets.
Look, they have to.
Hey, stop making threats.
They have to accompany the nigglets through town.
Future engineers. Future engineers. Hey, you guys are the future engineers. Future engineers have to get escorted because they're so violent. Yeah. You got a light brain, bud.
God, I love little fucking monkeys like that. It just shows how fucking violent they are at a young age.
Your frontal lobe is 2 ounces lighter, bud.
So, women, children, elderly, no one's safe. Yes, it makes me angry as well. You know what I'm saying? Women and children, elderly, or no one is safe. I mean, they have a perpetual hatred. I mean, this surely oppression makes a wise man mad. You know what I mean? This makes me angry too. When I see these things and we have to go over the same topics over and over and over again, it makes you angry as well. You know what I mean? It vexes you because we know that our people cling on to these people and they worship these people as if they're the protectors of our lives. They're in control and they're a safe haven. You know what I mean? It's everything but. You know what I mean? This is a child they're talking to. A child. You know what I'm saying? I've seen many camps, and even we don't even speak to children. You know what I'm saying? We don't speak to children. We speak into adults. But guess who's in our faces? Guess who's always trying to disturb our camps? Guess who's trying to push a narrative that God loves everybody? It's always our people. Do you see any of our people stopping these people from harassing that young little boy? You see the hypocrisy of everything? When we out there trying to liberate our people, trying to expose who the actual enemy is to our people, and when we're trying to show our people that God is not in love or has love for everybody, that he only has love for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, then our people are the ones who get upset. Our people want to defend that God loves everybody. Our people are the ones who want to get violent and try to, you know what I mean, break down the camp or put hands on us or something like that. It's our people that do it. How many of our people do you see out there trying to defend themselves other than them two little boys? How many of our people do you see out there saying, no, white supremacy this and white supremacy shouldn't be that. Nobody's out there. It's just them. They chilling. They don't have to worry about being disturbed. Our people probably see them across the street and just turn their heads and keep walking. But when they see us, all of a sudden, you know what I mean? They're teaching hatred. They're teaching racism. That's what they say. What are they teaching? Whites against war. They're teaching war. Whites against replacements. That's what their entitlement is. That's what they short say. Whites against replacements. War. You know what I'm saying? They're teaching war. But we're in the wrong because we getting our people ready as well. But it's our people the ones that turn against us. That's what he said. It's going to be our people that have to face judgment with these people as well. You know what I'm saying? I got one more precept. It's Ezekiel 18:31. It says, cast away from you all your transgressions, whereby ye have transgressed, and make you a new heart and a new spirit. For why will ye die, O house of Israel? For I have no pleasure in the death of him that dieth, saith the Lord God. Wherefore turn yourselves and live ye. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord wants us to do. Turn away from our wicked ways. Turn away from the lies that the churches have given us. Turn away from all that nonsense that white supremacy has given us. Gang banging, Christian church, Catholic church. You know what I'm saying? All these things that they've given us to make us docile, to make us unresponsive. Cast all those things away and don't die. So you won't die. You know what I mean? Cast those things away so you don't die. And we seeing that our people are doing just that. They're being unalived. But why is that? So instead of screaming, wondering about why God's doing this and why God's punishing us and this and that, you know what I mean? Focus on the main thing about fixing yourself. Don't question God, question yourself in the way that you move. Fix yourself. And once we get in a position where we all living right, then you can ask God, why are we doing the right thing and we're not receiving salvation? But the thing about it is that's exactly what we're going to receive. As soon as we show signs that we're willing to change. You know what I mean? Stop waiting on God because, you know what I mean? God's waiting on us. He's waiting for us to get right. They ready. We just got to get ready. But with that, I'm going to say shalom. How about Shem Yahshua Barak the thumb to the brothers? The water for y'all tuning in, the water for y'all in the chat. You know what I mean? Y'all always keep the numbers up every time y'all comment in the chat. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep the conversation going. You know what I mean? We need that up in here. You know what I'm saying? We need the conversations going. We need these back and forths. So I appreciate y'all sticking in, sitting in the class. You know what I mean? Rocking with us. You know what I mean? We're gonna try to think of a good topic for next week. Definitely gonna put some effort in for next week's class and try to get a whole bunch of clips and everything like that ready. But I appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barak thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shema thumb by Shem Yahshua to the sisters. I give for butchering that earlier today. But the water for y'all tuning in. Yeah.